Hello, 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 and welcome everybody to the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream. I'm your host, Leslie Klein, here today to help you raise your vibration so you can thrive. This is a weekly live stream that I do every Thursday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, so convert that to whatever time frame you're at in the world. And if you can't catch it live, check out the replay. I also stream this not only to Instagram, but also to Facebook and Twitter, although we're having an issue with Twitter today, and also LinkedIn. And so anyway, you can, whatever platform you like to watch it, check it out there. But if you would like to see previous videos, it'd be easier to go to my Good Vibes TV website and go to the YouTube channel. Under the YouTube channel, you'll see the podcast listing, and it's Good Vibes Lifestyle. So all the previous episodes, and this is actually episode number 61. Can you believe it? I've been live streaming almost every week. There was the 1 week after I broke my arm that I did not stream, but 61 times I have, this is the 61st episode, and I'm very happy about that. So check it out. This is all about the Good Vibes Lifestyle. Oh, good. And I have and let me also let you know that you can comment if you're on Facebook, I think on LinkedIn, definitely on YouTube, and then I can see your comments. And I have a comment from Marilyn Crump, who is a marketing person expert, and she's saying she's coming in from LinkedIn, and she's saying looking great. So thank you, Marilyn, so much for watching. She's a wonderful lady, and check her out if you want to improve your marketing. So this is all about the Good Vibes Lifestyle, which is my coined term to talk about living in the vibration of love, peace, joy, excitement, happiness, enlightenment, all the good vibes. And I'm basing this on Dr. David R. Hawkins' Map of Consciousness Scale or Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks, what is it called? Emotional Guidance Scale, which also has a scale from feeling bad to feeling good. And that's the easiest way to check it out. Where we know how we vibrate is by our emotions. Our emotions, right? So if you're feeling lower emotions, if you're feeling bad, you're in the lower vibing arena. If you're feeling good, if you're feeling the positive emotions, you're vibrating high. And why is this important? Well, it's important because where we're vibing at is how we are energetically attracting things that are of that same vibration. So if you're vibing in fun, you're going to attract fun things to your life. If you're vibing in lower, like shame, which is the lowest vibration according to Dr. Hawkins, you're going to bring up things that will keep bringing up that shame in your life. So when we release those lower vibrations and choose to move up and feel the higher emotions, and sometimes you can't just jump to until you get more practice at this. You want to incrementally step up to the next better feeling emotion, incrementally. But when you learn some of these tools and you practice more often, you can actually shift your vibration a lot quicker to the happier vibes. So this is all about my Good Vibes Lifestyle movement. I want people to start thinking in terms of energy. We have entered the age of Aquarius, which is all about Aquarian ideals. And the Good Vibes Lifestyle has to do with living, like I said, in these higher vibes, being aware of our energy, not being victim, but being a victor, realizing that we're captains of our own ship. So, how we create our reality, how we create our lives is by where we're focusing our mental and emotional energy. It's not just our brains, it's our hearts too. And when we have both of these in alignment, like you find when you do research with the Heart Math Institute, this is called coherence, when we have our mind and our hearts connected. This is where our point of power is, and when we're in alignment, all the miracles in life start happening. And the other thing is when we have challenges, like my car accident maybe 5 weeks ago now, when we have the challenges in life that happen because we live this human experience, we have the tools to still raise our vibration even though we're facing suffering of some sort. And this is important because we can choose not to suffer. And, this is just something I believe. So here, Marilyn has a couple more. Another comment, she says, these are great points. We also affect other people's energies. We are responsible beyond ourselves. What a great point, Marilyn. We are all connected, right? This is one of the important principles in the age of Aquarius, is unity, is realizing that we're not all individual people. We're all part of a human family, and not even just a human family, a cosmic family. So if you look even beyond the earth, we're connected to all of the beings, the sentient beings in the whole universe. And so what we do ripples out, whether that's a negative vibe that we're putting out or a positive vibe. It's not only affecting us, it is affecting the people around us immediately, like closest to us, but even beyond that. So that's a great point, Marilyn. I really appreciate that comment. And that's why I love doing these live streams, because we can get feedback from our audience. So that is awesome. All right. So I want to talk about the astrological news of what's happening. And today is the full moon. It actually is exactly full at 9:53 a.m. Eastern Time. And it is known as the flower moon. It's known as a flower full moon because the Native Americans and other indigenous people would relate the different full moons each month to what was happening in nature. And so May is traditionally in the northern hemisphere the month of when the flowers are blooming. So that is why it is called that, the flower moon. It's also called the hare moon, and there's some other terminologies for descriptions of the full moon. But it is in the sign of Sagittarius, since we're talking about astrology. And Sagittarius is a sign, it's a fire sign. So each of the 12 zodiac signs all relate to one of the elements. There's air, earth, fire, and water. So Sagittarius is a fire sign. And so what we want to know about Sagittarius is the eternal student. Sagittarians are always looking for knowledge. They are very optimistic and have a love for adventure. And Jupiter is the planet that rules that particular sign. And Jupiter is the planet of expansion and luck. So many of the astrologers are calling this full moon the luckiest full moon in the year. So it's a time to follow our curiosity and our desire for adventure. And I'll be talking a little bit later in the tips about some meditations and journal prompts you can do to kind of utilize this full moon energy for your personal growth and development. So I will talk about that in just a moment. Now let's get into our Oracle of the month this month, and we've got this week and next week with the Animal Guides Tarot deck by Radley Valentine. So it's been really interesting how these cards have been kind of spot on, and I love it how Spirit is always, that's what I love about the Oracle cards, is these Oracle cards, it's just a tool. They call it divination tools, and that's because we're talking to the divine. It's like a telephone, right, or a cell phone. It's a way to connect with Spirit. It's a way to gain information. And of course, you don't want to come to this with a skeptical mind, because then you're blocking any knowledge that you would get from the cards. But if you approach it with an open-hearted, open mind, when you're, asking Spirit and genuinely asking Spirit for guidance, you will get it. And it's so easy with these Oracle decks. So that's why I like to feature these Oracle decks. So let us ask the Oracle deck, this Animal Oracle Actually, it's a tarot deck. What message does Spirit have today on this full moon in Sagittarius? And the card that I am getting is, Ten of Water. And because this is green, it's kind of hard to see because my green screen kind of fizzles it out. But let me read it to you. Prairie Dog, Ten of Water, which would be Ten of Cups in the regular tarot deck. It says, it's time to express your love and appreciation for family, be it relatives or chosen family, or the chosen family of close friends. Congratulations may be in order on a happy, fulfilling marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. So Prairie Dog, and I'm going to read a little bit more from the deck itself. The Ten of Cups is one of the best, most positive cards in the tarot deck, actually. So let's see what this Animal Guides Tarot deck by Radley Valentine says about the Ten of Water. It says, the importance of family and community. Successfully raising children, trustworthy relationships, and happily ever after. It's definitely the card of happily ever after. It's important for you to spend time with your family and loved ones right now. Whether your family comprises people you share a genetic connection with, or is a chosen family, such as a community of friends, let the members know that they're loved and appreciated. This card can also indicate a happy marriage, as well as raising happy, balanced children. The Prairie Dog, Ten of Water card, can seem very similar to the Golden Retriever, which is the Ten of Autumn, as well as both represent flourishing, successful, familial relationships. The primary difference is that the Prairie Dog focuses on the emotional aspects of love, nurturing, and connection. The Golden Retriever is more about financial health and the well-being of the family, including providing for children's education and the economic needs of seniors. Prairie dogs are very social animals who place a great deal of emphasis on community and family. Mated prairie dogs, as well as other members of their family group, will actually embrace and appear to kiss. In reality, they're touching teeth to acknowledge they know each other. They're very focused on the loving care of their children and live in large colonies of prairie dog towns. These darling animals remind you to be grateful for the wonderful people in your life and to remember to tell them how much they mean to you. So that's the message from the Ten of Water, prairie dogs. And you know, the full moon, of course, rules water, which makes sense for this card. And culmination, you know, the full moon is culmination. So this is where there's maximum energy. And some people see it as a kind of, the moon is putting a spotlight on our emotions and what's going on. So this card is basically telling us to celebrate our family, be grateful for our family, spend time with them, and, you know, this is the message that we're getting here from that. So if you like this Oracle deck, you can shop my Amazon store. And the way you get to that is just go by going to good-vibes.tv and click on the button that says Shop My Amazon Store. All of the oracles that I have shared over this last year, really, are on there, all the books and things like that. And it's one way that you can support me, which helps me to bring more content to you through this means and the Good Vibes TV show. So there you have it with that. Now let's talk a little bit about the Superfood Garden Summit. Now, it did end on the 17th last week, but I've got a little hint for you. This weekend, they're doing an encore. So you can binge watch all of the 15 episodes, and I caught the majority of them. Very, very good. There were a couple that I missed, so I'm going to check them out this weekend. So you have all weekend, May 25th through the 27th. And the way you want to get to this is by going to mytinyurl.com/capital GVTV Garden Summit. And you'll be able to sign up for the, you'll be able to sign up for this encore presentation this weekend. And if you know me, I totally believe in gardening. I totally feel that this is a practice that is great for someone living the Good Vibes lifestyle. So whenever there's something gardening, I'm going to share it with you. And I do have a comment from Bridget from Finding Coherence. She says, I'm with family for a week, so excellent card for her. And Bridget, yes, I also thought of you when I saw that card, because I just saw you. And you're kind of out in where the prairie is. She's out in North Dakota. And I believe there's a lot of prairie dogs out there, but she's with her whole family, her daughter Stephanie, my niece, and 3 little baby girls, and I think 3 dogs, and Stephanie's husband as well, and Bridget's husband. So they got a packed family, and she's going to be enjoying this full moon with her family. So that is so awesome. So that is the Garden Summit. And let's see what's next. Let me take this off the screen. The next thing I want to share with you is the tip of the week to raise your vibration. So last week's tip was to practice Ho'oponopono. And that's the Hawaiian prayer of forgiveness, where you're saying and feeling this when you're saying, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. These 4 phrases, and you don't have to say it to the person directly, but you say it to yourself or to them energetically. I have used this when I've had issues with my husband as far as, a fight or something like that, and we're separated, and I have said this prayer, use the Ho'oponopono, and OMG, it works. So if you've used Ho'oponopono, let me know. And you don't just have to use it with your husband. You can use it with anything. You could use it for previous relationships, people who passed on. And I think it's a way of clearing that old karma, clearing, any forgiveness issues that there may be there. And it really works. So that was last week's tip. Now this week's tip is to meditate and journal on this full moon. And I have a special website that I want to share with you. This is Crystal. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. If you go to this website, it's a YouTube. Her channel is called At the Psychic Soul, and her name is Crystal. And when you go there, you can get this. And let's see, I didn't make a tiny URL for that. Yes, tinyurl.com/capital GVTV, May in lowercase, then capital F, capital M, and then meditation. So for May, full moon meditation. And this is a meditation. It's about half an hour, but I really enjoy her meditations, and it is about releasing and cleansing under this full moon. She uses the 528 hertz frequency, binaural frequency in the music, which also helps you get into that meditative state. And so my suggestion is to do this full moon meditation. And also I've got some journal prompts that you can do. Now these journal prompts actually come from my girl Alina, which I've shared with you before. And the thing is, how do I get back to, here we go. Wanted to make that bigger, but these journal prompts come from Alina Alive, and her YouTube channel is just go to @Alina Alive, and did I do a tiny URL for that? Yes, I did. I'll give that to you in a minute. So these journal prompts are great little questions to use. So what I would suggest is do this meditation by Crystal. After that, journal and use these prompts to journal on. Her first prompt is, if you couldn't fail, what would you focus your energy on? So if you couldn't fail, what would you focus your energy on? The next prompt she has is, in what area have you grown the most during the season? And when she says this season, she means the spring season that we're in, these last, 3 or 4 months. So what area have you grown the most in this season? And the third general prompt she's got is there anything you're ready to release or let go of during this full moon? So you can watch the replay to get those, and I also will put them in the description on the YouTube video. But to get to that particular website, just go to tinyurl, capital GVTV, Alina, capital F, capital M, and then May. And you'll be able to watch her video. Now she talks more about the Sagittarius full moon. We're also in the sun sign of Gemini. Now Gemini is an air sign. It's the twins. So people that you know that are Geminis, they're probably very intellectual and like to talk a lot and very creative. But they also have a dual personality. So we're happy birthday to all the Geminis in the house. My brother-in-law Sean, his birthday's coming up. I believe it's on June 10th. So happy birthday to Sean. And yeah, so I wanted to share these prompts with you. And the tip for the week, again, is to check out, and you don't have to use these particular meditations, but, you know, if you haven't, try meditating during the full moon and see what kind of revelations, what kind of things you've gotten, you know, after or during a meditation. And also know that the energy of the flavor of this full moon has to do with adventure and manifesting. It is a very lucky full moon because Jupiter rules the sign of Sagittarius that the moon is in. So, you know, check it out. Work with this energy. It's very intense right now. So this is a great time to kind of utilize that energy for your own benefit. All right, so that's what I've got for you guys this week. I want to encourage you to live the good vibes lifestyle, keep raising your vibration, keep living in that higher vibe, keep staying there, you know, in that vibe, and then you'll create more and more things in your life. So I want to thank you for watching, and again, check out the YouTube channel. If you go to @RaiseYourVibeAndThrive, you can get to the Good Vibes TV channel, and just I want to remind you to live the good vibes lifestyle, and I want to thank you again so much for watching today and for your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. This helps me out. I'm working on growing my YouTube channel and just getting more and more people on the good vibes lifestyle movement. So if you're with me, share away. So thanks. Have a blessed day. Happy full moon. And I will see you next week.